The Last Delivery, True Pizza Driver Horror Stories. Story 1, The Abandoned Street. My name is Marcus, and I'm 28 years old. What I'm about to share happened 3 years ago when I worked night shifts for a pizza delivery company in Seattle. I preferred the late night hours because the tips were better, and honestly, the extra money made a real difference. This particular incident took place in Riverside Heights, a newly developing neighborhood on the city's outskirts. Half the houses were still under construction, some were completed but empty, and very few families had actually moved in. During the day, it looked like any other construction zone. But at night, it became something else entirely. It was a bitter winter evening around 1:30 a.m. The shop was quiet, and I was scrolling through my phone when my Rider app buzzed. The address made my stomach drop slightly. Riverside Heights, deep in the unfinished section. The order was substantial. 2 large pizzas, breadsticks, and drinks. Someone was clearly awake and hungry. As I packed the thermal bag, my phone rang. An older man's voice came through, calm but with an odd edge of urgency. "Hello, are you the delivery driver?" "Yes sir, I've got your order ready." Good. "Listen carefully, when you reach our house, it's at the very end of Sector 7. I've sent you the location. Just follow it exactly." "Sure thing, sir." Then his voice changed, becoming more deliberate. "One more thing, don't come through the back alley. Use the front street only. The main entrance. Not the back." I laughed it off. "No problem, sir. I'll follow the GPS." "I'm serious," he insisted. "Promise me you won't use the back alley. It's important." Something in his tone made me pause, but I agreed and ended the call. The ride through empty streets was unsettling. Streetlights flickered intermittently, and the only sounds were distant dogs barking. When I entered Riverside Heights, the darkness seemed to swallow everything. Half-built structures loomed like skeletal giants, and the few completed houses sat dark and lifeless. My GPS guided me deeper into the development. Left turn, right turn, another narrow lane. I wasn't sure anymore if I was approaching from the front or back. The half-finished neighborhood was a maze. Finally, my phone announced, "You have arrived." I stopped my bike and looked around. I was clearly behind the houses, facing what appeared to be back walls and service alleys. In front of me stood a rusted iron gate with peeling paint and old mesh screens. Behind it, I could barely make out an overgrown, dark yard. No house number was visible. I tried calling the customer. The phone rang several times, no answer. Frustrated, I muttered to myself and was about to try again when I heard something odd, muffled voices from somewhere above, like people talking on an upper floor. I approached the gate and knocked gently. The voices stopped instantly. Complete silence. I pressed the doorbell. It barely made a sound, muffled by years of dust and neglect. Nothing. No footsteps, no response. Then I glanced up at a window. For just a moment, I thought I saw a shadow move behind the glass, like someone stepping back from view. My phone buzzed with a notification from the delivery app. If no answer, leave pizza at gate. Payment online. That's when I remembered the customer's warning, don't use the back alley. My heart sank as I realized I was standing in the back alley. The house looked abandoned. Cracked walls, rust-covered gate, wild grass growing through broken pavement. It didn't look like anyone had lived there in months. I checked the app again. The address matched, but something felt deeply wrong. As I stood there, something small hit the gate from inside, a pebble or stone, making it rattle. I jumped and bent down to look. Nothing. No cat, no animal. Just dead leaves and darkness. Then, from above, I heard it, a soft, barely audible laugh. Not a normal laugh, more like someone trying not to be heard, muffling it with their hand. Every instinct told me to leave, but I'm a working-class guy. I couldn't afford to cancel the order and lose money on fuel and time. I steeled myself and called the customer again. This time, he answered immediately. His breath was ragged, like he'd been running. Hello? Are you there? Yes, sir, I'm at the location, but the GPS brought me to a back alley. There's a locked gate with rust all over it. I knocked and rang the bell, but nobody's answering. Silence. Then his voice came back, tight with panic. You're in the back alley? Yes, sir, the map. Get out of there. Now. I told you not to go there. Move forward, cross the street, come to the main road. I'm coming to meet you. Don't stay there another second. Sir, what's going on? Just leave. I'll explain later. 5 minutes, I'll be there. Please, just get away from that gate. My hands trembled as I started my bike. As I turned to leave, I made the mistake of glancing back one more time. Behind the mesh gate, barely visible in the darkness, stood a tall, motionless figure. Humanoid but completely still, like a statue. Something pale at the top, a face, maybe, or cloth. But it wasn't moving at all. I tore my eyes away and rode quickly to the main street, my heart hammering. A few minutes later, headlights approached fast. A car pulled up, and a middle-aged man in a jacket jumped out, looking around nervously. You're the driver? Yes, sir. Which alley were you in? The one with the rusted gate. I knocked, I rang the bell. His face went pale. You rang the bell? We don't live there anymore. That's our old house. We abandoned it years ago. We live in the front bungalow now, see? He pointed to a well-lit house on the main street with the correct address clearly visible. My legs felt weak. But sir, I heard voices. Someone laughing. He cut me off sharply. That's enough. You've spent too much time there already. Come, give me the pizzas. And listen, never use that back street again. Especially at night. After he paid and tipped me, he pulled me aside. You're new here, aren't you? That house you stood in front of, there wasn't always a house there. There was an old tree, massive and ancient. When we bought the plot, locals warned us not to cut it down. They said it was inhabited. We ignored them, thought it was superstition. He took a deep breath. The day we cut that tree down, problems started. Workers claimed they saw shadows, heard whispers, tools moved on their own. One man swore he saw a woman's figure standing on the half-cut trunk, there one moment, gone the next. We built the house anyway. At first, everything seemed fine. Then the activity started, footsteps on the roof at 2 or 3 a.m., door handles turning by themselves, kitchen utensils moving at night. Our kids said someone sat in their rooms breathing but disappeared when the lights came on. We called in a priest. He confirmed what we feared, we destroyed their dwelling place. He said they might share the space or force us out. We tried prayers, protective measures, but nothing fully worked. My wife refused to stay. The kids got sick. Fevers, nightmares, waking up screaming. So we left. Tenants tried moving in but never lasted more than a few months. Now it just sits there, locked and rotting. And everyone who passes that back alley at night, they feel something. He looked me in the eyes. That's why I tell every delivery driver the same thing, avoid the back street. Because we left that place, but what we displaced hasn't fully left. I never took another delivery to Riverside Heights. Story 2. The 7th floor. My name is Eric, and I deliver pizzas in Portland. Last year, I took an order that I'll never forget. The order came in around 11 p.m., Victory Heights Tower B, top floor. Bring cigarettes too. I laughed at the cigarette request, night shift customers often added random items. I grabbed 2 packs and headed out. Victory Heights was a half-finished development project about 20 minutes from downtown. The building loomed dark against the night sky, with only one dim light flickering on the 7th floor. As I approached, my phone rang. A young guy's voice, rushed and urgent, "Hey man, take the elevator up. 7th floor. Don't forget the cigarettes." Something about his tone was off, like he was worried I might leave. The lobby was deserted, cracked tiles, construction dust, broken furniture. The elevator button was rusty, and when the doors opened, the interior mirrors were filthy and cracked. I pressed 7. The elevator groaned upward, shuddering at each floor. On the 4th floor, it jolted violently, lights flickering. On the 6th, the doors opened and closed repeatedly on their own, like invisible hands testing them. My phone rang again, same number. Where are you? You're not here yet. The elevator's acting weird, opening and closing. Get out. Don't use the elevator. Take the stairs. Hurry. His voice carried genuine fear, not impatience. I stepped out on the 6th floor. Total darkness except for a single bare bulb swinging on a wire, casting erratic shadows. Broken bricks, cement bags, and the sound of water dripping somewhere. Then I heard footsteps behind me. Slow, heavy, barefoot steps. I spun around, nothing there. My phone rang, the stairs are on the right. Hurry. I found the stairwell and started climbing. The footsteps followed, matching my pace. And with them came breathing, wet, labored breathing that didn't sound human. Finally, I reached the 7th floor. A rusted metal door with peeling paint read, call center, no entry, and below it, scratched out, keep door closed. Blue light leaked from underneath. I knocked. Silence. Then the sound of a chair scraping inside. Someone approached the door slowly. Pizza delivery, I called. A voice answered. But it wasn't the young guy from the phone. It was an old man's raspy voice, come inside. My blood ran cold. I turned the handle. The door opened. Inside, 4 computer monitors glowed blue in total darkness. Old headphones, coffee cups, scattered papers, but no people. Hello? Who ordered? I called out. Behind me, the elevator started its open-close cycle again, but I'd left it on the 6th floor. One computer screen flickered to life. Text appeared, look behind you. I froze. The room filled with the sound of multiple people breathing at once. My phone rang. Don't look back. Whatever you do, don't turn around. A chair spun on its own. 2 footsteps landed directly behind me. Then ice-cold fingers touched my shoulder. I screamed silently, no sound came out, and bolted for the door. It tried to close on me, but my pizza bag jammed it. I ripped free and ran. The elevator opened by itself as I passed, and my own voice played from inside, don't take the elevator. I took the stairs 3 at a time, hearing those footsteps matching my pace. At ground level, I burst into the guard room. An elderly guard sat in the corner, hollow-eyed. Who sent you up there? He asked quietly. Pizza order. Call center on 7. He sighed deeply. There is no call center. Not anymore. 4 years ago, 6 young men worked the night shift. The elevator trapped them on the 6th floor. By the time rescue teams cut through, they died of suffocation. The building owner closed everything down. But the phone line, it was never disconnected. Sometimes it still calls. Automated system, they say. Glitches. Ghost calls. 2 other delivery guys came before you. Same story, order, call, nobody there. We don't know who's placing orders. We don't know why the calls still come. He looked at me with genuine exhaustion, not trying to scare me, just stating facts. If you get another call from Victory Heights, reject it. Mark it unreachable. Don't go back up. I left, my hands still shaking. The next day, I asked other drivers. 3 of them confirmed they'd gotten calls from Victory Heights. All at night. All to the 7th floor. None ever found anyone. I don't know if it was paranormal, a technical glitch, or some elaborate prank. I never saw a ghost. But the calls were real. The elevator malfunctioned. The lights went out. The footsteps followed me. Some experiences don't have explanations, just questions that never get answered. Now, if Victory Heights appears on my delivery app, I reject it immediately. Address unreachable. End of story. If you've had similar experiences or know someone who has, share your story in the comments. And remember, some addresses are better left undelivered.